In this tutorial, I'm going to be covering the project specifications and specifications tracking. When you have a project where you're using specifications either provided by a vendor or you're building your own specifications, you would start in this screen. A lot of the information that's here is coming from the parent record, and you're utilizing that to create new specifications for your particular project. In this particular screen down here in this portal, I've added information. This is not brought over by any other screen. You're adding it in here. You're adding the project number, the revision date for here, and the spec description. The spec description is the very lowest one down here where it says it's a top-level design with all the equipment specifications for the vendor supplied data. Now you can see the next one is a sub-spec for control systems and layout with the panel locations, the wire feeds, and all that information that's on here. And the last one is a design specification for the subsystems for the electronics. Now, this is just showing you a sample of a project. Your organization of the actual specification is based on whatever you're developing. So you would have additional information that you would probably add or not add. You have notes down here at the bottom for the specification where you can add clarification information. Now, I'm using a predated type of way I'm doing things. I'm using the obvious PO number for the project. The specification I'm using, I started it out with an S for the spec, and this is the project number. This is the '01 version of the top level spec, and it's got a run-on here so that you can add as many different versions of this over time as you need to on the main spec. And the same thing goes for the sub-level system spec, and then the subsystem spec. You can see it's subsystem, control drawings, and design control. Now, you would be able to identify how to do this based on your regime and the way you do it. It doesn't necessarily have to follow the exact way that I'm doing it. Then there's also, I did put in here a top level spec, a main sub-spec, and then all control panels as the sub-assembly specs down here. It really is intuitive on your own part to kind of arrange this the way you want to use it and provide the information that is required for your particular set of specifications. Design level, end level, system, and subsystem. Revision level. Is it current or not current? Is it current, revised, or suspended for a reason? Now, you may have a new project that you go into, and all of this information, if it's the same kind of a project, say for maybe the same company at a new location, this is definitely good boilerplate to work through and just make modifications for the new project that you're working on based on this boilerplate that you created here. So you can really do a lot of time saving, and also you can come back in and use the information from this for future projects that you're working on. Let's take a look at another portion of this system specification. We're going to look at a table where you can see each one of the different specs that are created for all the different projects. And so you can see what levels are at and all that information that you want to see. Then you would be able to go back and look at the project specification table where it is by project going down, where you want to go back in and have the level of understanding where this is at, the last spec date that this was created on, and this information so you can go in directly to that specification. When I jumped into here, I went into the specification tracking, which I'm going to go up here and show you what that is. That's this one here. And you can also go through using the screen app menus. Now on this screen, you have a larger view of the information where you're tracking the specification as it goes through the process of being developed. So you can add additional information here, and it gives you a better way to view the actual data here. And obviously, if you're meeting with somebody within the home, within your home group, or a vendor, you can indicate that here up at the top of what this is. Either it's a spec for your company or it's something that a vendor is doing for you. You can add the narrative in here. Say, for example, this is something that specification is being written for a company like Stewart Electric, which is a part of what we did in this 200 process. Then this would either be created by you or they would give you their specification for the product that you agreed to within meetings that you hold for them. So this is similar to what we did when we were doing the vendor assignments, but this is where we're doing the specifications. It could be for the same process at the same time, where you're working through their specifications to make sure that what they're proposing is what you actually want to see at the end product and the deliverables that they're going to be providing you based on your specifications. If you have any questions how to use this information, or you need more elaboration on it, you can always contact us through the developer's website. Thank you.